I'm Tochi Nworu, and I'm currently a third-year resident at Burke Rehab Hospital studying physical medicine and rehabilitation. Now, prior to getting here, it was definitely a journey, and I was asked to kind of speak to that, how I got there, and like just kind of how culture played a huge role in that. So, for as long as I can remember, education was key. Everything my parents did was to make sure that we, had the best opportunity to really excel and do well. So I think I had this idea in my head that knowing my parents came here for us to have a better life, there was no way that I could disappoint them or, just not achieve and literally go to the top. So I think in anything I do, there's just this mentality that I have to literally be at the top. Now, the funny thing is, I didn't necessarily think I was going to go into medicine for the longest time. I actually paint, draw, so art's been my passion. So really what a huge driving force for me was figuring out how do I kind of make my parents happy and, make them feel as though everything they did for me wasn't in vain. And how do I also figure out my own passions and how do I get to that? So it actually forced me to work a lot harder because I didn't want to give up my art. But I was still going to pursue medicine. I did enjoy it. It's not like I didn't like it or love it. Really, the idea of helping people and giving back to the community in that kind of way is something that I didn't quite find in art. So I felt like art was a little bit more for me, but I still wanted to figure out how to bring two of those things together. So, fast forwarding through middle school, high school, constantly studying, trying to make sure that I got the best grades, just because it was always ingrained in me, like I said, do my best. That kind of work ethic really played a huge role in college when I was going back and forth between the two. So I started off as an exercise science major, switched to a bio major for like 2 weeks, and then I said, forget it, I'm gonna be an art major. Nearly gave my parents a heart attack. But I realized that at the end of the day, getting into medicine, you didn't necessarily need a bio minor or, any kind of science minor. As long as you are major, you just need to have the pre-med prerequisites. So there was like this burning desire to still have my art, but I still wanted to do something that, like I said, I was going to be able to give back to the community, make my parents proud, and also have a good lifestyle. So I was like, you know what, I'm going to do art and medicine. So for a while I actually tried to become a medical illustrator, but that didn't quite work out the way I wanted. So as I went through college, I was still taking the pre-med classes and juggling art, which was crazy. It's a lot more hectic than it sounds. There were days where I would literally cry, call my brother, like, I can't do this. My GPA actually just kind of backtracking a little bit. My first year in college, my GPA was trash. And kind of hard to believe coming from someone who everyone knew to do so well in middle school, high school. People probably assumed I was going to transition into college extremely well, and very easily, but that was not the case. So knowing that I was struggling, instead of kind of giving into that, because I was used to a certain level of like success, and I was already, just kind of used to working hard, because coming from a Nigerian household, those are the expectations of you. You're taught to work hard, whether it's in your chores, whether it's making sure the house is clean, or there's cooking, just making sure your parents don't have to tell you anything twice. I kind of carried all that over into my work ethic. So, between the passion, the desire, and the want for, both medicine and art, it pushed me to just really get the extra help that I needed. I humbled myself. I wasn't afraid to ask for help. And I think that's one of the biggest things that like kind of helped me through the process of getting my visual arts degree and my bio minor, applying to medical school. And another thing that actually really helped was networking and not, like I said, not being afraid to put yourself out there and figuring out who it is that you need to know. Nigerians, I don't know, we're very prideful and we're not afraid of anything. So kind of just tapping into that allowed me to like really network and put myself out there. So I think all in all, my work ethic definitely is something that's been embedded in me from my family, but it was just my passion that pushed me a lot harder, and humbling myself that allowed me to really like seek the help that I needed when I knew I was struggling. So putting that together with my faith as well, it's kind of gotten me to where I am now. So just in closing, like I mentioned before, I'm in my third year of residency, and the plan is to hopefully do a fellowship. And I still paint and draw, for those who are wondering. I know it's kind of crazy juggling all of it, but like I said, when you're passionate about something, you kind of figure out how to make it work. So best of luck to everyone out there trying to, like, accomplish your dreams and all your aspirations.